Okay, let me take you through a kind of a review of news regarding the mobile money market in Nigeria specifically. I said in my write up when I posted about the fact that I had obtained a mobile money account at MTN Benin in Benin Republic here, Benin Republic. I said that for the most part, I did not understand why MTN MoMo mobile money was not available in Nigeria. So it isn't that there's no mobile money service, it's just that MTN at the moment, even as I speak to you now, there's nothing concrete on ground with regard to their participation in the full sense of it. Now, there's an article I'm looking at here which was published on, it's the Africa Report, actually it's a report on their website dated 14th of October 2021. There are several things they mentioned there. I just want to highlight a few. I'm going to put a link in the description box so you can read it. I don't want to reproduce the whole article. But at this time, when this publication was done, that was just how many months ago? About 4 months ago, October 2021, or 5 months ago. The issue was that the CBN had issued licenses, all right, what you call the payment service bank license, okay, to two different companies, but did not include the two biggest players in the Nigerian market, which was MTN Nigeria as well as Airtel. Instead, they'd given the licenses to Globalcom as well as Nine Mobile. Now, the argument was because those are local players owned by local interest, so this was to give them a competitive edge, which makes sense. But that was, after it was in early 2018 that it was reported that the CBN granted the mobile money license to a subsidiary of MTN Nigeria and then revoked it a week later. All right. So eventually they then gave these two licenses to these two local companies. Okay. And then it became a case of MTN now and Airtel having to make a case for themselves. But the thing is, since then we've actually had Airtel. I see another report here, the African Report .com website, where the CEO of Airtel said they were ready to launch into the promising mobile money market, apparently because the CBN had then given license also to Airtel to commence operations. Now, there are some things that are still not permitted to do, for instance, lending of money and borrowing of money and things like that. So the services they are able to do have to do just receiving and giving of funds and all that to one another on the platform if you are a user of the different networks. But so far, Airtel seems to be the one that is, and this write-up was done. Let me see now. Let me see. This was done on the 18th of November 2021. So just about a month after the other one, this came up. Okay, and the case had been made repeated in that. You see, these two players, Airtel and MTN Nigeria, are the two biggest players. In fact, between the two of them, I think they have the largest customer base, totaling about 65% roughly of the Nigerian telecom subscribers. You can imagine. So if you're not dealing with those two, your impact in terms of the presence of mobile money opportunities will be very limited. And that's why if you look at what's happening in the economy right now, you see even this chart was done in 2017. Of course, back then we didn't even have as much mobile money presence as we do now. But at that time it showed that Nigeria had a very small, very tiny volume of mobile money payments being made compared to countries like Kenya and Ghana. Okay, and the interesting thing was that if you look at the population of those countries, it's nothing like our population, and the majority of them, the reason why they have that volume, what am I even talking about? Many of them have subscriber bases that are nothing compared to the Nigerian subscriber base in terms of telecom subscription. All right, but because they have a larger volume of activity in the mobile money market, they then had a much better percentage output in terms of mobile money payments per adult. Okay, now imagine if Nigeria were to now go ahead and you actually looking at the subscriber base, give access to more of the big players. What will happen automatically will be that more of them would automatically use their large customer bases to engage people in mobile money payments. And then the neglected population, which are mainly the women, the people in the rural areas, students and all that, many of them do not have the financial power to, there are some fixed costs that come with banking. So the closer you go to the rural industries, the more you find that it's difficult for people to own bank accounts. All right. So access to financial services generally, okay, becomes easier when you allow mobile money to come into the mix. In a place like Nigeria, where the access to the banking infrastructure is so limited due to the poor infrastructure, mobile money will help to bridge the gap, and everybody knows this truth. But it's been like a bit of foot dragging on the part of the central bank making this happen, and that's really what has affected an organization like MTN, who is the biggest player in the market, by the way. And so I think what's happened is that they know that the minute MTN gets into the mix, most of the other industry players will find it difficult to get patronage from the consumers. Okay, so I think what they've done is to kind of give some kind of spacing, and kind of create a buffer to protect the smaller operators compared to MTN, because I know that whether they like it or not, MTN will eventually come on board. They will let them come on board. It's just going to take some time. So I do believe that's why we do not currently have MTN MoMo accessible in the Nigerian market, and I do know that it's only a matter of time before that is something like just historical fact. They will be also become actively involved, and then they will be able to actually bring more people on board in terms of access to mobile money. How does it affect us as individuals? Look at me. I'm in another country now, Benin Republic, and I have access to mobile money. Okay, and I'm able to do a lot of things that I'm not able to do before. If somebody wants to send money to me now, I don't have to have a bank account in this country. I was thinking of opening a bank account in SIA, but I didn't have to do anymore when I was told about MTN MoMo, because basically what happens is that I can actually do transaction with the account that's been opening for me of up to 1 million sefa, which is about 1 million naira. So that means I don't have to worry myself about opening a bank account, worrying about anything. And the process that was used, the process that was followed in validating my account so that it could be opened, was very thorough. The gentleman sat with me for close to 45 minutes, and he took my international passport, took photos of it, went onto an online system, registered so many things, and did all that. And believe me, it was the system is designed to actually identify me as a unique individual in this economy. And no matter what I do, whatever transactions I do on this platform, on the mobile money platform for MTN Benin, it will actually just be linked directly to me, and I can be tracked down and made accountable for whatever. And the other way too, if I send money to somebody and they need to track the person down, it's traceable. The audit trail is very easy to follow, and so you can see it makes sense. But most importantly, it makes life easy for people, because what we don't want in this economy today that we're trying to make digital is for people to be so limited in the options they have when they want to do transactions. The easier you make it possible for people to do transactions, the more money that will flow through the economy. And that's why I believe that the earlier MTN is able to get access to the mobile money market in Nigeria, and in terms of being free from all limitations, the better for everybody, because MTN is the biggest player in the market, and it's in the interest of all of us that they are partaking in it fully, not with any restrictions imposed on them. All right, so for those of you that have been waiting for this, that's what I had to say about it. The truth of the matter is that if you look at these articles, you will see a lot of stats. I don't want to dwell on those. You can easily read them yourself, so I'll put the links in the description box. What it is necessary to keep in mind is going forward, if you find out that the mobile money platform becomes available, I think you should get on board. For me, I would rather not get on board on any of the other platforms. I would rather wait for MTN Nigeria mobile money to come on board. So far, I'm not aware that it's live. I'm aware that Airtel is about to launch or have launched, but I'm not aware of anything like that options for Nigeria. There's a subscriber, some preliminary base of subscribers, but I'm not aware that there's anything functional happening. I asked when I went back to the country in December. Nobody give me anything concrete. Let's talk about it. It's supposed to happen. It's supposed to have happened, but it has not yet happened the way it is in Benin here. In Benin here, it's a living thing. Everybody relates to it. I want to pay in a restaurant, I can actually pay. I mean, I'm not talking about a big restaurant. I'm talking about small restaurants. Small operators are doing business with each other with MoMo. You can buy your recharge card with MoMo. I don't have to go through USSD anymore, and I can pay people with MoMo. So in many ways, it makes your life so much easier, and it makes the economy boom better. And the more we have it, the more life is going to be easier for everybody. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Cheers.